What's happening? This is Joshua Boetsi and you're watching Sporting Icons.
Okay, so when Canelo Alvarez announced that he was moving back up to the light heavyweight division and was going to be taking on Dmitry Bivol for the WBA light heavyweight world title, my initial reactions were, firstly, that's a bold move, that's legacy in the making right there. And secondly, has he bitten off more than he can chew? I've said time and time again that I feel Dmitry Bivol is the number one in the light heavyweight division. Yes, I put him above Artur Beterbiev, I really do. But I felt that maybe Canelo Alvarez was taking Bivol because of how Bivol looked against Craig Richards, where at times he didn't look too good. But as I said in the post-fight review of Bivol and Richards, a lot of that could have been down to the fact that Bivol had been out the ring for so long. And he's going to be very, very motivated for this Canelo Alvarez fight. And this fight, to be honest with you, was quite easy to score. It was. Now, after the first 6 rounds, so the halfway point, I did have it 3-3. But then after then, it was pretty much all Dmitry Bivol, with the exception of maybe round 9. Bivol was too big, too strong, too accurate. The jab, the combinations, the footwork, the defense, everything was on point with Bivol. He wasn't falling into the traps. Canelo was trying to get him to fall into the traps. He wasn't falling for it. And Canelo, at times, he looked like his legs were just too heavy. I don't know whether carrying that extra weight was a bit of a problem there. I don't know what it was, or maybe he was just a little bit too relaxed. Maybe he thought, you know what, just go the distance, I'll get the win anyway. But that's not what happened. The judges, and rightfully so, gave it to Dmitry Bivol. Now, I've always been a huge fan of Bivol. I have ever since he fought Trent Broadhurst. But Bivol he's a beast. And he's a tactician as well. Very, very smart boxer. Very, very smart. Now, I didn't expect him to knock out Canelo, not at all. And I didn't expect Canelo to knock out Bivol. But I did expect a higher work rate from Canelo Alvarez. I really did. And maybe if he was going to get a stoppage late on in the fight. But that's not what happened. As the rounds went on, Canelo was starting to fatigue and Bivol was getting stronger. And you could see the size difference. The size difference was very, very evident. It really was, where Bivol was just using the range. He wasn't falling into the traps or getting in too close, because that's where Canelo Alvarez wanted him, so he can try and counter-punch him, throw some uppercuts. And that was one of the very good punches from Canelo, was the uppercut, and that did land on a couple of occasions. But for him to do that, he needed to draw Bivol in. Bivol wasn't doing that, or he needed to get Bivol onto the ropes, which at times he did, and Bivol was quite willing to stand there and just let Canelo Alvarez throw away at him. But his defense was very, very tight. Very tight. But this is what I'm saying. Canelo Alvarez got a lot of stick from people, and wrongfully so, where people said, oh, he should be fighting Charlo. Oh, he should be fighting Benavidez. Oh, he should be fighting this guy, that guy. Why? Bivol is a legitimate world champion. He would wipe the floor with Charlo and Benavidez and any of these kind of guys. So Canelo Alvarez taking on Bivol, that was a bold move. Didn't quite work out for him. Unfortunately, it didn't, because I did feel that Canelo would win, but only just. He may just pip it on the scorecards. But to be honest, this fight wasn't hard to score. It really wasn't. I thought Dmitry Bivol just dominated him. Was too big, too strong. Canelo looked frustrated. He didn't know what to do, which is quite unusual for Canelo. It really is. So one thing we can say, though, is that Canelo, he's going to have to go back to the drawing board and make a whole bunch of adjustments. The Triple G fight, the third fight, I would imagine that's now going to be off, and the rematch on with Bivol, which is going to be a huge fight, isn't it? Let's see if Canelo Alvarez can make those adjustments and beat Dmitry Bivol. But the rightful man won, so well done to the judges. They gave it to the right person. A little close in my mind, but hey, drop your thoughts below, click thumbs up, subscribe. Catch you on the next video.